In more international news, Russia says Ukraine could be preparing for what it calls a provocation at the Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.
Moscow says the consequences of such sabotage could be catastrophic. The comments come after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron that Russia was planning dangerous provocations at the plant, the largest in Europe.
Russia and Ukraine have regularly accused each other of putting the plant's safety at risk since the start of the war.
At least 15 people have been killed and 4 missing after torrential rain in the southwest China.
President Xi Jinping's ordering authorities at all levels must give top priority to ensuring the safety and property of people. Around 85,000 people have been evacuated from their homes as a result of the rain.
And one of Peru's most active volcanoes, Ubinas, blew its top twice, showering nearby towns with ash, Stephen.
Amazing to watch. The volcano exploding during the early hours yesterday. Government information suggests that more than 2,000 people live in different villages around the volcano. In case of emergency, they can be moved to shelters.
Southern Peru is home to a dozen active volcanoes.
The United States National Centers for Environmental Prediction says Monday was the hottest day ever recorded globally.
Didn't quite feel that way in Johannesburg,
No.
but the average global temperature reached 17.1 degrees Celsius, surpassing the August 2016 record of 16.92 degrees as heat waves sizzled around the world.
Temperatures reached 46 degrees Celsius in Phoenix in Arizona. In China, an enduring heat wave continued there with temperatures above 35 degrees.
North Africa has seen temperatures approach 50 degrees Celsius. And even Antarctica, currently in its winter, registered unusually high temperatures.
Well, let's speak now to Professor Tafadzwanashe Mabhaudhi. He's a climate expert at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Professor, good evening to you and thanks for your time. We talk about the global average temperature. What exactly are we measuring here?
So, good evening, Stephen, and thanks. The global average temperature basically measures near surface temperatures on the Earth as well as ocean surface temperatures measured from ships and other buyers on the ocean. So it's an average of those temperatures, land, near surface land temperatures, and the temperature on the surface of the oceans.
Why would the global temperature be hotter in July than at any other time of the year?
Well, we take it that it is summer in the northern hemisphere. That's one. In the previous instances, when we've recorded these sort of temperatures, it has again been around this time, in July, August, in previous instances. And also, this is when we usually have shifts in weather patterns at a global level. So like at this point, we are shifting, or we have actually shifted from La Nina into El Nino. So the sea already in the Pacific is in a warming phase, and temperatures globally are in a warming phase. And of course, there are other factors that then are intensifying that warming, resulting in what we are seeing now.
So if the previous hottest average global temperature was in 2019, and now we have another new high, what does that tell us about how quickly the Earth is heating?
So the previous highest was in 2016, and now actually they've updated today to say Tuesday recorded, I think, 17.18, which is higher than Monday. So Tuesday has now been measured as the hottest day since record keeping started in the 1970s. Generally, this confirms what climate scientists have been talking about in terms of the warming trend, that the Earth is warming and that we are now warming at a faster rate than currently or originally predicted, as well as the agency to halt global warming. And I think earlier on I mentioned that there has been a report that was issued by the World Meteorological Organization warning us that in this year or the next coming 3 years, we are at a risk of breaching the 1.5 degrees Celsius Paris Accord threshold.
So what happens then? Does climate change, does warming lead to more warming? So you have wildfires, for example, that leads to more warming as a result of climate change.
Yeah, so basically we need to make significant changes in terms of, the actions or activities that are creating or are aiding global warming. If you look at it in the 2020 and 2021, during the lockdown, the warming went down, the progress in warming, it declined significantly. And what was the difference? The difference was, industries slowed down, there were no people on the roads, we were not driving our cars. So the level of emissions significantly reduced during that period. But these are actions that we need to sustain and make more serious commitments towards cutting down these emissions. Because as you note, there is a real risk in temperatures warming up. There are wildfires that are being experienced currently in Canada. They've created a lot of havoc, and there are spillover effects of those wildfires in terms of releasing more pollutants into the atmosphere, the pollution from a health perspective for people living in those areas, and the fact that it spreads to other regions where the fire itself was not located. So there is an agency on the part of everyone to really change our behavior in terms of, our activities that are aiding to global warming.
Professor Tafadzwanashe Mabhaudhi, thank you, a climate expert at the University of KwaZulu-Natal.